All right, welcome back to Sonic Project 06. Today, we are finishing off our trio of super percents, I guess you could call it, with ESP Silver. We're going to be playing through all 8 of his main stages with the ability to use ESP mode whenever and however long we want. Here we go. Silver ESP mode in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Alrighty, so how this is gonna go is we are going to play through Silver's story, and we are going to use his S rank reward a lot. Well, I mean, we're gonna be using all of his upgrades a lot, but mostly his S rank reward. Went back and watched the Silver release. Oh, what's up, VMAC? How you doing? Went back and watched the Silver release again and realized the hexagons are way better. Oh, having the more textured on the background. Yeah, it's kind of interesting how that little change made like a massive difference in terms of like just how well the layout looks. For sure, man. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, no, I definitely go back to those older videos. Not a good amount, but occasionally, and kind of look at how things were and how things were visually, and yeah. Say we've come a long way in a relatively short amount of time, but I guess that's what happens when you make 3 pieces of content every single day. You learn really fast. So, pretty nice. I'm glad that you like the layout. Yo, of course we got Violet Shill in the Discord and the OOC. Let's go. What? Who's this girl? We don't need her. We're Silver. We got ESP mode. If you don't know what ESP mode does, or may be confused on what this power-up for Silver does, because there's really no great explanation in the game for what it does, and it's not as intuitive as something like Supersonic or Uninhibited Shadow in terms of the abilities that it has, is that, oh gosh. Okay, cool. Thank you, the camera didn't screw me up. Is ESP mode. So what it does is normally it drains the maturity meter, which is the red meter underneath our bar here, underneath our action gauge. Normally it drains, and while it is active, when you first activate it, there is a big blast of ESP energy that Silver does, which works very similarly to Shadow's Chaos Blast, just like that. You get a 33% discount on all of your action gauge abilities, so literally anything that Silver does that uses the action gauge, you get a huge discount on it, which makes for some really long and really awesome teleport dashes, but we also get to use a lot more Psychic Knives, Psychic Shots, we can grab a lot more enemies with our Psychokinesis and all of that. The Grab All ability, which is more of a niche ability, you may not know what it is just by playing the game normally, is it's actually an upgrade from the original game that you would buy in the shop, where if you double tap RT, anything within a wider radius than Silver's normal Psychokinesis grab will be picked up immediately. Now, the drawback to it is that you normally can't move while using the Grab All, but while you're in ESP mode, you can move while using the Grab All, which is pretty awesome. Additionally, Silver will automatically stun enemies in close proximity to them, which is really nice, especially when you're using teleport dashes. Additionally, I should probably go into ESP mode here. Let's see, what else does it do? It does so many different things. Additionally, the Psycho Smash, which is our X ability that we normally use to, you know, hit enemies and stuff, this one right here, it automatically defeats enemies in 1 hit if they are stunned, which is really nice. And I think that's it. Oh, no. It also reflects projectiles. It does not make Silver invincible, though, which is important to know, is that you will still take touch damage with him, which I guess is kind of interesting and different from the other 2 abilities. But, yeah, I think that covers everything ESP mode does. I don't know. If I miss something, I'll probably toss it on screen, but it's really hard to keep track of everything this mode does because it's just so complex. Literally took me like a stage and a half to describe it. Oh my goodness. But here we go. Dusty Desert about to get obliterated like most of the rest of the stages in this run, because we get to use the ultimate ability with no consequence. Beautiful stuff. All right, there we go, seeing the reflect projectiles in action right there. It doesn't reflect absolutely everything. Projectiles from enemies that are more solid, so like the Iblis and Mephiles worms, like the red and purple worm enemies, they fire this like ball thing, and that breaks through Silver's reflection. So you have to be careful around those guys. But for most other projectiles, especially like missiles and stuff, it reflects it just fine, so you don't have to worry about it there. Oh, hi, Amy. Hi, Amy. Doing Amy's section here with Silver will actually be kind of cool, because we do have some enemies to defeat. Maybe we can use the Psychic Knife here. A little bit better fashion. Okay, maybe not. If I could actually aim the thing. Oh. I believe the Psycho Shock still has the same radius, regardless if you're in ESP mode or not. It would be kind of cool if the radius was increased, but considering all of the other stuff ESP mode does, I don't really think it's that necessary. There you go, seeing the Psycho Smash kill a stunned enemy in action right there. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but Silver's ESP mode, when it stuns enemies that are in close proximity to them, sometimes it stuns instantly, but I think it has a small cooldown of maybe a second or a second and a half. So you don't just like immediately stun everything all the time. You do still sometimes have to think about, especially in the bigger enemy formations, if so you don't get hit, since you still take touch damage. But here we go, Psycho Shock still being a very nice tool. As we head on through, grabbing that gauge up capsule so we can get all the way to the end here. How you guys been doing today? You got any exciting plans for the weekend? It is Friday after all. Let's see, this ball puzzle should be hopefully a total joke. Doing good? Good to hear. It's definitely starting, at least where I'm living, to get extremely cold. Still gaming weekend, all my friends are sick. God damn, literally everybody got fucking sick within the last week. It's actually kind of absurd. Ooh, sort of dunk? Question mark? It was like a slide-in. Yeah, nothing like a chill gaming weekend. I still don't know what that pop-up is when you're using Project 06 Extended. I guess I should also say that if you're wondering how to install Project 06 Extended, I have a video on how to install mods in Sonic P06, and I cover Project 06 Extended specifically in that video. So if you're curious about it, definitely check that video out. Gonna have a gaming and work weekend. Ooh, nice. Picking up some of those weekend shifts. It definitely sucks, but kudos to you, man, for putting in the work, that grind. No way, it was dunk. It was dunk. It was kind of a dunk. Very excited too, because that Silver release patch hopefully is coming soon. And we'll get to do a lot of stuff there. Obviously, we're going to be doing speedruns of it. I'm going to be doing a whole video covering all the new stuff that's happening, or that's going to be in the update. Let's see. What else? We'll probably redo the Amigo runs. Now that I know how to control them a lot better, I think that'll be fun to redo. Got infinite juice. We have ability to have infinite juice. We do not have infinite juice itself. But what's up, Zen? How you doing? Just days I'm assigned to work. It's part-time, so the schedule's inconsistent. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, you can. I believe you can get, like, infinite ESP mode with Project 06 Extended itself. But the thing is that one of the biggest benefits to ESP mode is the discount on the action gauge. And if the action gauge was infinite, well, that kind of defeats the purpose of the power-up. So I asked Chaos to modify the extended assembly file to make it to where we just had infinite maturity meter and not action gauge. But yeah, unsurprisingly, totally destroying Silver's story right now. Kind of fun playing as him in the sections we normally play as Blaze or Amy, too. Do 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 do. Back in the days, maybe we need to bring back calling it juice mode. Yeah, shout out to Chaos for making it possible. All right, here we go. In Radical Train, we can actually do the individual level only strat pretty easily in real time. You can make that without ESP mode, but it is probably the tightest jump in the entire game. And unfortunately, there's no way to get ESP mode at the very start of Radical Train. It actually would be kind of cool if there were like a hidden gauge up capsule at the very beginning of Radical Train in order to do that. But I doubt that that would be something Chaos would do. Hey, at work, bread time. As poke around and recreate stuff. God damn, Zen. Kudos to you for doing that. That sounds actually, like, not fun at all. Look at code from 99. Gosh, that was so long ago. Yo, free PB? Let's go. Should I post that to the boards? You think they'd accept it? Totally an unmodified version of the game, for sure. Do it. A cheater PB? Nah, dude. I mean, it's not a cheater PB for the ESP Silver run. Because, I mean, any run's a speed run. Doesn't have to be on the boards. Alright, Silver's about to totally own this. I mean, Shadow totally owns it too, but... This is ESP Silver. Shadow already had his time in the spotlight with uninhibited percent. Okay. Very nice. The grab ball is such a nice ability when you're able to move while using it. It makes you feel like a total badass that you can literally just pick up like a shit ton of things around you and destroy it without stopping to move at all. Stopping to move without stopping your movement, I guess is what I was trying to say. I don't know anymore. Brain works in very mysterious ways. Rev wouldn't notice since they've never seen this game before. And I think I'm missing an inside joke somewhere. Is the multiplayer mode? Yeah, hopefully we're able to get online multiplayer in PO6. That'd be really sick. I don't know in what way it would be done, though. Like, I feel like making local multiplayer is a lot easier than online multiplayer, so... Just depends if Chaos is willing to do that or not. I mean, there's always Parsec, but he'd still have the split screen and everything. That happens, it'd be so much fun. Yeah, we'll see how much of Project 06 gets recreated before, or how much of 06 gets recreated before Chaos considers it done. Definitely unmodified? Oh yeah, clearly. Yeah, Rev would never notice, for sure. You're right about that, Amazon. I get the funny now. Hee hee. May as well do the whole game, right? Well, considering he's developing this for free and he's spending a lot of time on it, I mean, just being like, might as well do the whole game is a tall order. Because 06 had a lot of stuff in it. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the best part of 06 is already in PO6. So, like, I mean, even in the Shadow release, if it had stopped development there, I would have been totally fine with it. Is that 2D in my 3D Sonic game? Get the hell out of here. I was trying to find a way to make it like a unique meme for this run, but... But streamer, what about the hub worlds? Yes, I too love running in a straight line from point A to point B. Like I talked about before, I think the only way that I would be like super duper happy with hub worlds being in the game is if it was like a MMO type thing where you could see everybody else playing EO6. That'd be pretty fun. Now you guys know whenever I'm using the replay buffer for shorts, because that debug thing pops up for whatever reason.
Sonic, we don't have time. Let's get to at least right away.
The game is terrible without the Soleata Forest, you're right. The thing is I think Chaos is in a similar mindset to me when it comes to hub worlds, so... Who knows, maybe they won't make their way into the game. I mean, 06's story can be easily told through the stages. Like, you don't need the hub worlds at all. And I mean, he's already doing a great job of telling the story through the stages with all the cutscenes that are already in the game. Hopefully one day. Also, hello. Tower. That thing really flew across the map. I do hope one day we do get to see a world where we have cutscenes at the beginning of every stage. Maybe even some mid-level cutscenes as well. Kind of like in Sonic's Kingdom Valley and Shadow's Wet Acropolis. Be really dope. Doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doo-doo. Yeah, sometimes the towers ragdoll, and it's always hilarious when they do. Hub worlds are great in 06. Hub worlds are probably one of the worst examples of hub worlds in a 3D platformer. To me, because they're big, they're empty, there's not a lot of interesting things to do in them. Like, I mean, I guess it's like, I couldn't just consider, like, the hub worlds would be the exact same in P06 that they are in 06. Like, I'm sure Chaos would fill it with a lot more things to do. So, unfortunately, we do have to use Sonic here, because Silver cannot hover out of jumping off of the rope here. So, if we tried to use Silver here, we would just die. But we could switch to Silver here. We're not in ESP mode, but, you know, it gets the point across. Uh-oh. Clearly, I tested this. Hey, there we go. Now we're on the spline. Oh, Silver can't do a chain jump. The day I learned. Uh-oh. It's probably better to have it work that way than to have it work the opposite way. Because I feel like if it worked the opposite way, there would be a lot of deaths due to just slipping off of stuff. Streamer, I wish you were good, dude. Alright, now we can switch to Silver and we should be okay. I guess we can ESP. I mean, this is the ESP run. I know Supersonic and ESP Silver %. I think you answered your own question. Hi, Logius. How you doing? Welcome to the stream, dude. Welcome to the stream. You're wrong. Could I have done Castle Skip? Probably, but Silver's the star of this show, folks. Sonic already had his time in the sun as we died in Radical Train like 15 times with Supersonic.
Sonic, leave this up to me. You go after me. Okay, let's do this.
Oh my goodness. I talked about this a little bit earlier, but it's kind of crazy that this year fall is on the 23rd of September. Like, I can't remember the last time it lied on the 23rd, because normally it's the 21st or 22nd. Guess Earth's spinning a little bit slower this year or something. No Sonic or Shadow today. Damn right. Get rid of them. All right, here we go. Flame Core time. Oh, see you later, Silver. Just in the corner of my eye. Whenever you switch characters, like the Amigo characters that follow you are really like get messed up sometimes, and they just like fly off into oblivion. Streamer, you mean Autumn? I mean, Fall and Autumn are the same thing. My fault, I tied a rope to the end of a stick and started pulling? Wait, what? What are you talking about? Oh. I was really confused for a second. God damn it, Cookie, slowing Earth's rotation. Blaze even reach that rainbow ring in normal play? She sure can. I won't tell you how, though, because that ruins the mystery. You gotta play Blaze's section of Flame Core to figure it out yourself. Or someone in chat will just tell you because they like to ruin my fun. Darn. What do you mean, darn? I'm telling you to play more P06. I don't consider that a problem. In my non-biased opinion, I'd say the game is pretty awesome. Right? Right, guys? I'd say the game's pretty good. Pretty fun, pretty interesting. But still, Mo, it's 06. How could it ever be good? Who cares? Who cares that it's 06? P06 is jank, to be honest, IMO. Get the hell out of here. You're replaying 06 soon? Why? Are you getting paid for it? Yeah, P06 is really jank. It's definitely not more polished than any of the 3D Sonic games since Sonic Adventure. Definitely not. How could Curved ever be viable? You just wait, Violus. You wait for the patch. Curved is getting its justice. Original 06 still a guilty pleasure of mine? I mean, you can never beat nostalgia. My source. I tried a couple of levels in P06. Felt jank to me. What was jank about it? Skill issue. Now, hold on. Hold on. Let him say his piece. I mean, to be fair as well, P06 is, not P06, skill issue, as much as the internet will say no, skill issue is a valid reason for you to not like something. Like, being bad at something is very much a very reasonable thing to not like something for. I remember what jank I experienced was. Bad source then. Oh, geez. Even with ESP mode, I can't make that damn. No, Silver! And then Iblis won. The reason I ask Kylogius is that, like, I experience very little jank in P06, and I play it an absurd amount. Like, there are absolutely times where P06 is janky, but I find it quite impossible for stuff like that, like, to really happen on, like, to the casual player of the game, who would maybe play it for a maximum 50 hours.
Nice job.
Stuck on a Kingdom Valley texture while playing as Sonic. That can happen, as the collision can be weird there, and the characters can get stuck. It's very rare, though. All right, and that was ESP Silver mode. I forgot we weren't doing Wave Ocean Blaze. ESP Silver mode. That was ESP Silver %. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Looks like Blaze is dead too, and the future's ruined. Thank you all so much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day, and I will maybe see you in the next one if we can figure out a way to save the future.